Did you know that the entire month dedicated to celebrating women's history started as just a single week in one small town? Stay with us to learn its powerful story and improve your English. Hello and welcome. This is English Story for intermediate learners. We will speak in slow and clear English. Today, we're exploring the impactful history of Women's History Month and its inspiring 2026 theme. Here's how our lesson will work. First, you'll hear the complete story in English. Then, we'll do a bilingual review with English and Spanish text. After that, we'll study key vocabulary and a useful expression. We'll finish with comprehension questions to test what you've learned. Ready? Let's begin. The story of Women's History Month begins not as a month, but as a single day, International Women's Day, celebrated on March 8. However, the idea for a longer celebration in the United States grew from a local, grassroots effort. In 1978, in Sonoma County, California, a group of women organized a Women's History Week celebration. They wanted to ensure that the contributions of women were taught in schools and recognized by the community. They chose a week that included March 8 to honor International Women's Day. This local event was incredibly successful and inspiring. The idea began to spread. A key figure in this movement was Gerda Lerner, a historian and an advocate for women's history. She, along with other historians and activists, saw the need for a national celebration. They believed that history, as it was commonly taught, ignored the vital roles women played. They worked tirelessly to bring the idea of a National Women's History Week to a wider audience, arguing that it was essential for creating a more accurate and inclusive understanding of the past. Their efforts paid off. In 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8 as National Women's History Week. In his message, he stated that the achievements, leadership, courage, and strength of women were essential to the history of the United States. This was a huge victory, but the goal was even bigger. After years of lobbying by women's groups, in 1987, the U.S. Congress passed Public Law 109, officially designating the entire month of March as Women's History Month. The impact of this movement was not limited to the United States. The idea of dedicating a month to women's history has been adopted around the world. Countries like the United Kingdom and Australia also celebrate Women's History Month in March, while Canada celebrates it in October. Each country honors the specific contributions of women to its own national story, creating a global tradition of recognition and empowerment. Each year, a special theme is chosen to highlight different aspects of women's experiences. Looking ahead, the inspiring theme for 2026 is Women Forging the Future. This theme focuses on women as innovators, leaders, and pioneers in fields like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM. It also emphasizes the importance of inclusion, ensuring that the future being built is equitable and just for all women, from all backgrounds. It's a call to recognize and support the women who are creating the world of tomorrow, today. The story begins not as a month, but as a single day. In 1978, a group in Sonoma, California organized a Women's History Week. La historia no comienza como un mes, sino como un solo día. En 1978, un grupo en Sonoma, California, organizó una Semana de la Historia de la Mujer. A key figure was Gerda Lerner, a historian and advocate. They argued it was essential for an inclusive understanding of the past. Una figura clave fue Gerda Lerner, historiadora y defensora. Argumentaban que era esencial para una comprensión inclusiva del pasado. In 1980, President Carter declared National Women's History Week. In 1987, Congress designated March as Women's History Month. En 1980, el presidente Carter declaró la Semana Nacional de la Historia de la Mujer. En 1987, el Congreso designó marzo como el mes de la historia de la mujer. The idea has been adopted around the world. Countries like the UK, Australia, and Canada also celebrate it. La idea ha sido adoptada en todo el mundo. Países como el Reino Unido, Australia y Canadá también lo celebran. The 2026 theme is Women Forging the Future. It focuses on innovators in fields like STEM and emphasizes inclusion. El tema de 2026 es Mujeres forjando el futuro. Se centra en innovadoras en campos como STEM y enfatiza la inclusión. Now, let's learn some key vocabulary from the story. This will help you understand the topic better. First word, grassroots. A grassroots effort is a movement or project that starts with ordinary people in a local community, not with leaders or the government. For example, the celebration began as a grassroots effort in California. Next, advocate. An advocate is a person who publicly supports or recommends a particular cause or policy. For example, Gerda Lerner was a strong advocate for women's history education. Next word, proclamation. A proclamation is a public or official announcement, especially one dealing with a matter of great importance. For example, the president issued a proclamation to recognize the new holiday. And our last word, forging. To forge means to create something strong and successful, often with a lot of effort. The theme is Women Forging the Future. This means women are actively building and creating the future. Now for our useful expression of the day, to pave the way for. This phrase means to make it possible or easier for something or someone to follow. For example, the activists in Sonoma paved the way for a national celebration of women's history. Great! Now it's time to check your understanding. I will ask a question, pause for a moment so you can think of the answer, and then I will give you the correct answer. Let's start. Question 1. Where did the first Women's History Week celebration take place in the United States? The answer is, in Sonoma County, California, in 1978. Question 2. Who issued the first presidential proclamation for National Women's History Week? The answer is, President Jimmy Carter in 1980. And question 3, what does the 2026 theme, Women Forging the Future, focus on? The answer is, it focuses on women as innovators and leaders in fields like STEM, and on the importance of inclusion and equity. Q1, where did the first Women's History Week take place in the U.S.? P1, ¿dónde tuvo lugar la primera Semana de la Historia de la Mujer en Estados Unidos? Answer, in Sonoma County, California. Respuesta, en el condado de Sonoma, California. Q2, who issued the first presidential proclamation? P2, ¿quién emitió la primera proclamación presidencial? Answer, President Jimmy Carter. Respuesta, el presidente Jimmy Carter. Q3, what does the 2026 theme focus on? P3, ¿en qué se centra el tema de 2026? Answer, women as innovators in STEM and inclusion. Respuesta, las mujeres como innovadoras en STEM y la inclusión. Excellent work today. The story of Women's History Month shows us that small, local actions can create powerful, global change. Now it's your turn. In the comments below, tell us about an inspiring woman from your country's history. We would love to learn from you. If you enjoyed this story and learned something new, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more English stories to help you improve. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.